agenda. Is there anything that needs to be pulled out to just be discussed?
Move approval of the consent agenda.
First for Anne,
Second.
second for John. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing none, we approve the consent agenda. Bob, we're up for your report. Did everyone have a chance to look over it? Is there anything that you want to pull out and like brief us on? In particular?
No, I did think it was a lovely patron comment I put at the end of it, and we did have a little further discussion of the book locker issue. And so hopefully next month I'll have maybe some positive results to report. We're having some thoughts of different options that we have to deal with it, and we're still waiting to hear back from Biblioteca, the company, to see if, per our request, if they're just going to replace the whole unit, which is what we want because of the pervasive rust all over it.
What did they say when you had said it was
That it shouldn't have done that.
right? That it was, oh, they said that?
They said that it's powder coated and it's supposed to be rust resistant, and that's wrong. And
But what about the moisture getting inside?
they have no good response for that.
Do we have that problem with the one here?
Well, it's the exact same unit that's here, but it's mostly enclosed in the parking garage, and whereas at the branch, it is outside. It's just all the way outside. So,
But when they sold it to us, they didn't say it needed to be like covered or anything like that.
well, it does come with a canopy cover, which we didn't use on this one, but it surprised me how small and ineffective that little canopy and the branch is. And this is billed as an outdoor unit. It's on all their promotional Biblioteca outdoor locker unit. They're selling this to go outside. So it's
But do they mean like outside in the garage? Well, that's technically outside too.
They mean outside. I mean, they say parks or whatever. So
Does anybody else have any questions regarding Bob's?
Move to accept the director's report.
Thank you, Rosie. First Ann, second Rosie. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, thank you. Christy, oh, sorry, trustee liaison reports. Do we have any of those today?
No.
Okay, Christy.
Well, I am here tonight to share just a short story with you about the successful project that the communications department did earlier this year. So Brian's going to get that queued up for me. Does anybody remember what the weather was like the last week of January? We had a very cold, very snowy last week of January earlier this year. I think we closed the library early one day. We were completely closed the next day. And that was also the week that we mailed the first of 2 promotional postcards about the library to people in Central Carmel. It may have ended up being really good timing of something that seemed initially like really bad timing, because by the time those people dug out and got to their mailboxes, they had a postcard waiting for them that told them all about the wonderful things at the library, including 24/7 access to digital collections that they could have gotten without even leaving the house. And so that promotional postcard campaign ended up working out really well for us. And I wanted to tell you more about that today. One of our strategic planning goals is this: to expand external communications to better tell the library story and ensure that the community is informed about the library. Encouraging people to get a library card is probably the most important message that my department tries to communicate to our residents. We know that getting that message out to residents who haven't yet connected with the library is something that's challenging for libraries everywhere. We're really good at communicating to people once they get a library card, but reaching people who don't have one yet can be a little trickier. So we decided that we wanted to assess the effectiveness of a direct mail campaign in reaching people and persuading them to get a library card. Once they've got that card and they start experiencing all the things that we have at the library, then we're better able to connect them with the services and resources that we think that they'll be interested in and that are most useful to them. But that initial contact with non-library users can be tricky. So we thought, well, let's try a direct mailing. So last year, pretty early in this whole process, we started thinking about what was the message that we wanted to be communicating and where did we want to be sending it. So we thought, let's do 2 postcards. We'll do a series of 2 postcards over 3 weeks. And since this was a message about getting a library card, we knew that we wanted to target those postcards to households that didn't yet have anybody in the household who had a library card. And since this was a bit of a test for us, we thought, well, let's look at one specific area of the community. So we decided we would target what you can see here on the map in blue, the central core of Carmel. And since that's where those households were, we thought, let's have the message of these postcards be about how close they are to the library, how easy it is to use the library. And that allowed us to really target the message so that we were promoting those things to people who lived in that area. The way that we got these non-card holder addresses was through the company that we use for our email messaging system. They were able to give us the addresses of 2,000 households in that geographic area that didn't yet have anybody in the household with a library card. They also were able to give us analytics at the end of the campaign so we could gauge how successful it was. So that very snowy, very cold last week of January, this is the first postcard that went into those households. It, as you can see, targeted the fact that these people live close to the library. The library is near where they are. We highlighted some things that we thought maybe were perceived as barriers for people who hadn't used a public library in a long time, being that the things that we had were free to check out, that we no longer have overdue fines. We also on the postcards included a QR code. So if they went online, scanned the QR code, went to this website, they could pre-register for their card. They could fill out all the information. When they came to the library, we would have the card waiting for them. So that was the first postcard that we did. 3 weeks later, to the same households, we sent this second postcard. We tried to have pictures that were bright and vibrant about exciting things that were going on at the library. And we featured how easy it is to use the library, from the 24/7 digital collections to the Holds pickup lockers. Again, hitting this spec that we don't have overdue fines, because that again could be something that was keeping people from getting a library card, and having that QR code for the pre-registration. Now, another thing that we were able to do because of this company that we worked with on the project was we decided to leverage the messaging and also send emails to people who lived in that geographic area who did have a library card, but who had gone inactive, who hadn't used that library card to check anything out in a year. So again, we use some of the same graphics, some of the same messaging to send these emails to 3,000 cardholders who lived in that area. And we added this line about, have you lost your library card? Come in and we'll help you out with that, in case that was the reason that they hadn't been using the library. So what was the result of all of this? We were pleased. We had, out of the 2,000 households that we contacted, we had 171 new library card registrations, which in marketing terms is an 8.5% conversion rate, which we were really, really pleased with. Out of the inactive patrons who received one of those emails, 11% of them shortly after getting that email came back into the library and used their library card to do something. So we were really happy with how the campaign went. Some additional metrics that we got from that company that are sort of interesting. They were able to tell us that out of our whole community, 56% of the people who live in Carmel have a library card. And when you compare that to their other clients in our population category and our budget category and their overall clients, that's really, really good. We're at 56%. Most of their clients are down around 30%. And we also have, we're better at sustaining those relationships with our card holders. So when you look at new card holders who've gotten their card within the past year to 2 years, who have used their card in the past year, we're at about 61%, whereas most of their other customers are down around 50%. So what we learned from this was that direct mail can be a great way for us to reach out to the community, especially to people who haven't yet engaged with the library, to share some of the things that the library is doing, reasons why they might want to come in and get a library card. So as we're looking going forward at ways that we can better engage with the community, direct mail is something that through this project has proven to be something that we're excited about using going forward too, especially to reach out to non-card holders, and especially when that messaging can be targeted to the community. So that was that project. Need one?
Christy, can you get Shao a postcard?
We would be delighted. Get you a postcard and a library card.
And he's in your target area, I'm pretty sure. His
Yeah.
house is.
The conversion rate's going.
By the way, my household does have a library card, just.
Any other questions for Christie?
Fantastic.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good. Very good information. Hey, Teen Library Council, nobody, right? Okay. Renovation update.
We're still on track to replace the West Branch desk countertop during fall break. The only wrinkle that's happened is the Ohio Valley, the manufacturer went out of business, but we're figuring out how to work around that. But small little wrinkle. But it's still on track. We're still taking steps. The template of the desk will be made next week and we're preparing for it. The book lockers really is now my biggest worry coming out of that project that we have to address.
So we're just using a different manufacturer.
Yes, although
Orion.
Corian, we can go straight to Corian. That's probably right.
Was
Yeah.
that the product
Mhm.
originally?
It was, yeah. But it came from a different manufacturer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but it's funny.
Well,
Okay, any old business that needs to be brought up today? Any new business? There's 3 things that I see on here. Okay, so the first thing, we need action for resolution 4/2026, which is our commitment to join Indiana State Library Consortium for Public Library Internet Access.
Move approval of resolution 4/2026.
Thank you, Anne.
Okay.
Thank you, Shao. All those in favor? Do we need to sign? Okay. Okay. So we'll wait for the paper just to come around and we can sign. Do we need to verbally?
We can go ahead and vote.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and then we will have the paper that comes around for us to sign.
Move approval of the 2027 holiday and closures list.
On the discussion side of that, I have been in communication with a library patron who strongly believes that the library should be closed on President's Day. I don't have it on the schedule in the packet, but we did include a list of federal holidays, so you could refer to that. And she was planning on being here to make a comment to you about this, and something came up and she couldn't, so emailed me, so I can just read her comment. She says this, and this is her comment here is, I've had some phone conversations with her and this is about how they've gone, but she said, when I discovered that the Carmel Library was open this year on President's Day, I was honestly shocked and disappointed. No one could give me a reason. This major holiday undoubtedly honors our 2 greatest presidents. Schools are closed, post offices are closed. The library was closed on Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth Day, plus other major holidays. Let's not forget these 2 remarkable leaders of our nation. Our country is what it is today because of them. So she feels strongly about that. And then she closes saying, I've been coming to this library for 50 years, at least twice a week. I love it. I'm proud of what we have. Everyone who works there is the best. She's not mad at us. She just strongly believes the library should be closed on President's Day. And so there's the comment.
Is the city open on President's Day?
Does anyone recall that?
It's probably it's a federal holiday, so probably.
Things are closed.
Thanks.
I'm looking
Yeah,
to see if this.
Things are closed, I know, but I was just,
My office is open.
Schools are closed by
Schools are closed.
DO.
My office is open. Let's see.
I would be persuaded if city and the county closed as well.
City of Carmel administrative offices are closed on President's Day, according to AFA.
What are their holidays? You have that up?
New Year's Day, MLK Day, President's Day. Good Friday. Primary and general election days on election years. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day, so not Juneteenth. That's the only difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna amend my motion subject to acceptance from whoever did the second. Who did my second?
Yeah, sure.
To add President's Day as a holiday and a day that the library will be closed.
Bob, is there some reason why it wasn't on there to begin with?
I don't think there actually is a reason. I don't think there's any problem with closing for President's Day, but you know, we've we have a pretty full schedule here, so it's just not something that ever occurred to any of us to add it on there, but
I mean, what's the door count on a President's Day? Do we have that? Do a lot of people use the library on President's Day because schools are closed?
Yeah, I would think with schools closed, people would want to come to the library if they have children.
So here's
That's
my
an argument
question.
for keeping it open.
We're closed on Columbus Day, but the schools are open on Columbus Day.
are we closed on Columbus Day?
Libraries not.
Yeah, I
So
don't
they're
think we're
just
closed
on-
on Columbus Day.
Well, you've got this list. That's not the ordinance.
That's the federal holidays, yeah. So we don't close for all of them.
Never mind.
As opposed to any other, is President's Day on a Monday? So as opposed to any other Monday, is it markedly lower?
On Beth is,
sorry.
yeah, so Beth is checking our door count.
Yeah. Like if it's markedly lower, then I don't think I have any
Yeah,
problem closing.
I'm sure that it is.
She's still working on that?
Yep, Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's reasonable.
But I don't see there's like too much downside in closing for a federal holiday. I'm sure it's.
It's gonna be a lot of 3 days.
When the
Yeah.
city's closed,
Yeah.
banks are closed. Although I do respect your point about there'll be some parents that might wish to bring their children because the schools are closed, but when the city is.
They might
closed-
automatically assume the library is closed too.
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There's some of that, and that's why we close on Veterans Day, but we're here. We use that for staff training day, staff day. So we do a lot of training things, but people expect us to be closed, so it's the easiest day to have a training
do it,
day.
yeah.
I don't see an issue. I mean,
When's
it's a
MLK Day? When is it?
extra day for
When's that?
staff too. It's like
February,
So February.
There's benefits.
No.
no, it's January
January.
18th.
Looking at a door count of 1,600, nearly 1,700 that day. For President's Day.
Versus any
I'm
other.
looking up- I'm gonna look up the next day. Because we're open 9 AM to 8 AM, or 9 AM to 8 PM. And we're looking at, for February, it looked like it was 1,800 the next day. I can do a rundown, it'll take a while.
Could you look at maybe just the next Monday and see if that looks different?
I like that as a deciding factor versus following, because we serve a different purpose than City Hall, so unless there's a downside to staying open, if the door counts are similar.
It looks like for the 23rd, which was the following Monday, we are at around 2,000.
Not the same, less actually, right?
500 less, so the less the student.
That's
It's
like
because
40% less.
the high school is open, we have an additional increase of 400 just from the.
Well, that is a good point. If
It's
this
the same count.
school
Yeah,
are
it's the same
definitionally going to be
Be
less
less
busy.
busy.
Because one of the high schoolers coming out, we have a door count that is exponentially larger between 4:05 and 5 o'clock. Which honestly accounts for 350 to 450 every Monday through Friday. So 2,000
that's
to
the difference.
1,600 is the same number.
What's your motion?
My motion is to add President's Day.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Any abstentions? I will abstain.
Okay.
So we have 4, 2 against, and 1 abstention.
So it passes.
It passes. Okay, the next thing is the Board of Trustee meeting dates.
Well, just so we can have some more fun, I'm gonna move to change a bunch of these.
We're meeting on President's Day?
Probably. That's a good point.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I can't remember, so City of Carmel always wants Bob and I to give a presentation on a specific holiday, and I don't remember what holiday it is. I think it's some holiday in January, and I'm always like, I'm trying to not be in town.
You're close. We're always, our time, February is the month. And they always put me on the first one in February, and I'm usually trying to still gather our statistics from the recently completed previous year. And I always ask them, every year I've had to ask them, can you put me at the end of the month? They always have, but so we typically are on that third Monday in February.
So that'd be President's Day.
That is.
And that's President's Day.
That was city council meeting.
So that means city council is working on President's Day?
Yeah,
But
I
the
didn't think
city
they
is closed?
could, I didn't think they could, I know the parks can't meet on any holiday.
Yeah, what I saw in a quick search is that the city is open.
On President's Day?
But I'm not. It's neither here nor there.
I thought we decided that they weren't.
Yeah, we're not trying to.
I mean,
I
I think we were all
also
voting on the basis of the information we had,
Right.
both that like we don't have to follow, I mean, parks. I don't think follows the same schedule as the city. I think it's more dependent on, to me, I was basing my vote on numbers.
I move approval of the 2027 Board of Trustees meeting dates as presented.
I'm sorry, who's second? Rosie.
Rosie.
Rosie. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Then meetings are as indicated.
Yes.
And that's it, unless there's anything else that people want to bring up.
Let's adjourn.
Move to adjourn. Okay, we adjourn at 5:55.